Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back. We are joined today. We're missing an Aaron, but we got something honestly better. He's got double our subscribers. We got the Common Golf with us. If you want any of his dope merch, what's the name of the website? I didn't look it up.
We'll figure it out later.
It'll be in the bio. The hoodies, comfortable. The slides, amazing. Stickers look beautiful. Shirts are dope.
Just make sure you order the right size.
Yeah, check your foot size before you order the slide. That's recommended. It is not a product issue. It is a user error.
It's not required. It's only
I will
recommended.
admit that one. But yeah, no, his links will all be in the description below. But we got him today replacing Aaron. We got NFL picks for you. Aaron's will be up here. Dom, it appears you're starting out at a 100% success
Never
rate.
been wrong.
Pretty fantastic.
Never been wrong.
Better than Peter.
As far as we can prove, I've never been wrong.
According to the cameras,
It's not too hard to be better than Aaron.
That is fair.
That's very fair.
To be fair, he'd be the one to have predicted the Cardinals and Cowboys one right.
Fair. Yeah.
So it
It's
can't
a good
really
thing
dog
we
him.
weren't filming yet.
Just can't really dog him too much. Anyways, I think we'll go ahead and start off with the Thursday night game. I don't think anyone's going to watch this game. But Panthers and Bears, Dom, what you got?
I'm taking Bears. I think they look good against New Orleans. They should have won that game, honestly, against New Orleans.
Probably should.
But the Panthers, especially with Bryce Young, they're just not looking good.
I agree. The Panthers aren't looking very
Panthers
good.
are not looking that good at all.
I
Yours
agree.
doesn't like to open.
I think regardless of their quarterback, I think they're going to look better than Carolina.
100%.
Not going to say they're going to look good.
Who's their backup again?
It's an interesting
Bears.
pick
Bears.
that the Bears.
He's actually playing pretty well right
Oh,
now.
yeah, no, he's playing great.
Oh.
Peter, you're over here, right?
Yeah, Bears. Well.
Aaron's not here, so we got to do it.
Bears have actually been playing decent recently.
Correct.
They have. It's still really weird to pick them to win.
It really
It
is.
But
then
when
again,
they're
it's the
competitions,
Panthers.
can't really do too much
No.
about it. Montez Sweat just signed the extension, so we'll go Bears. The Germany game, hence the quotated sign. I'm never picking against them. It got me the win versus the Bills. I'm not picking against them. Give me the Patriots. Do I actually think they're going to win? No, we can't cover receivers for crap. All right, Michael Pittman's probably going to go for 120 and 2 touchdowns. That's all right. We'll still win. I got anyone
You can
else,
put that
please.
We know where this
I don't
one's
think.
going.
I don't think. Yeah,
We don't know where that one's
No,
going.
I'm
I did.
surprised.
I
I'm
knew where it
not
was
much.
going.
I'm not that much of a homer.
You don't
Right.
really?
I am perfectly okay with recognizing that the Patriots suck.
Oh,
dick
we do.
this
We
year.
suck. We 100%
We're 2-7.
suck.
We have the worst record in the AFC. There's
We're
no
the
way
worst
we lose.
team.
Unless Mac Jones decides to show us why he was an Alabama quarterback, then
Yeah.
maybe. I just don't.
Hey,
trust
he's
that.
doing his best AJ McCarron impression. It's working all right.
That's good. That's doing great.
Peter, what you got? Because I got your marker and he's thinking.
Colts.
Nice.
Thanks.
I have the Colts too, but
Yeah.
it's still a hard pick just because
No,
the
it's
Colts haven't looked the greatest recently, but I feel like the Pats are gonna.
No.
Make
Colts
them
have not
look good.
played.
Maybe.
They haven't looked great.
They haven't looked great, but
they
they're-
haven't looked terrible either, though.
They've been playing a lot better than the Pats.
Yeah,
That is true.
Which is
Yeah.
Not hard
I
to
feel like the Patriots are gonna make them look really good.
It's like I told Don this last night. It's hard to believe that I think the Colts are a better team than the Patriots, but they are, and
They are.
realistically I think they should win that game. But nah, Patriots got it.
Yeah, I
Browns and
respect that.
Ravens. I'm liking the Ravens this year.
Me too.
But
But
the Browns, their defense is great. The number one
Scary.
defense in the league. But
Browns
Lamar
defense
Jackson
scary.
right now might be in the lead for the MVP.
Again.
Maybe he's up there.
I think he's up there.
So, gentlemen,
The way I see it, these two teams have already met, and the Ravens put a shit stomp on the Browns. It was like what 28-3, something like
yeah,
that.
it was a
I-
lot.
I think 27-3.
It doesn't matter. The defense might win you championships. Lamar Jackson can pick apart a defense.
That's not your color.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is his color.
This is.
Here's what I would say. I bet against the Ravens a lot.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
I will not be betting against them anymore. When we do power rankings later, we'll see how high I have them. Ravens will win this, and I
Yeah.
honestly don't think it'll be close.
For making a good pick, I gave you a good B.
This is going to be a really like.
I got Ravens too, but honestly, being the game that it is, it could go either way.
Right,
This
like
feels
the Steelers game pops into mind as like
this
where the Ravens
feels
somehow...
very like unfair
Yeah.
for the Browns for going all of us going against them. But I think that's just
correct.
I think that's more of how good Ravens actually
Yes.
are. You know.
The Ravens could honestly have a argument to be the best team in the AFC. They may again perspective based,
Yeah.
but they definitely have
Their
an
argument's
argument.
definitely there.
But going back to that Steelers game, Steelers Packers, no way is Jordan Love going to win a game against a good team. As I just
Absolutely not.
I don't see it. You can hand me that pink one too. Get that big D.
Can't wait to hear this heater of a pick.
Oh,
Here it comes, boys.
The funny thing is, this was a great game to call like 7 years ago.
I know, like Aaron
This was a
Rodgers, Ben
great-
Roethlisberger.
I don't trust Love. I just don't trust the Steelers offense either.
You don't
I'm
trust
just
the
gonna-
offense?
5-3, 3-5.
Yes.
They win
but-
games.
The
I still
Packers
don't
beat
trust
the
Steelers.
Saints.
Packers
They
did
did.
beat the
That's
Saints.
not that hard to do unless
It's,
you play in Massachusetts.
It's hard to win games when your receivers drop every pass.
Yes.
It is hard to do.
So
So
It's also hard to win games when your receiver goes -1 yard on 2 catches.
it's okay. That's why Deontay Johnson's there.
this is
I
one
love
of those
Deontay.
games I keep going back and forth. I'll stick with the Steelers this one.
Hitting a
It
resident
would have
sleeper
fit
over
perfectly
here.
right in there.
You could have just erased it and then.
I honestly,
Blue
I would have eventually. 49ers and Jaguars. I've been a big 49ers fan as of late. I thought I was gonna get a free one when they played the Bengals. That didn't
I'm
happen.
so happy you didn't.
In retaliation,
That's a P.
I have functioning brain cells.
You don't even know what pick.
Not a lot of them.
I know one.
Oh god.
How do you think I knew what color to choose? Peter.
Who would have
Oh, wait, no,
thought
I know
in
where
in
Peter's going.
the year of our Lord
I'll go after.
2023? Who would have thought that we would sit here and
And
question
yeah, exactly.
49ers versus Jags?
After
It
the
feels
3
really weird.
losses that they had, I feel like the bye week might have helped them though.
Maybe it's like Debo looks still questionable.
still
Their
very
offense
hurt.
looks rough without him, which is weird. Last year they looked fine. If he didn't perform this year, it's a little great. If he doesn't perform, then they look fine. Just him being there helps.
Aaron, I'm curious, where you go for this one?
That's a good question. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I
I'm
think I'm the
struggling.
only one with. I was like, I think the Jags offense does enough.
So I think
It's the Niners defense.
Correct.
It is
And
the Niners.
I
You have
am-
not-
I am
Oh,
absolutely-
you know what
Two-
though?
in defense,
Here is
they
what
have not played
has,
good.
Here is what has completely soothed my mind about why I'm going to pick the Jags. Nick Bosa is playing against a white quarterback.
Oh, yep.
He's
Giddy
not going to
Jags.
play well.
Yeah.
He's not going to play well.
That's it.
But Chase Young's there now.
Doesn't matter.
Chase Young sucks.
Chase
Why do
Young
you
does
think he
not.
He's going to get hurt on the second play of the game.
Niners
fair.
So will
can,
Nick Bosa.
Niners cannot afford to lose this game,
Correct.
They
Um,
can't, but
and I
but they
think
can't
with that
'cause their
bye,
divisions is
I
the
think
Seahawks.
how much it hurts me to say it, I think Purdy will get his shit together. With Chase Young, I think that will add a different thing to their pass rush. I think Niners will win this game.
You know
I
what?
think it'll be very close, but I think Niners will.
You know what, Peter? I'm proud of you.
That's what hurts to say.
You
Really
get a very
hurts.
solid P. I'm proud of you.
But I think this is the. And I've been betting
he's
against
not
Niners a
been to
lot.
the 49ers once.
I
bet
truly
him against them a
believe-
lot. But I think this is where they're gonna come
You
back.
talk about bias
Like when they
picks,
were
like-
undefeated.
Oh, I was
They
picking against
didn't
them.
pick them.
There you go.
Yeah.
I hate the Niners with that.
All right, moving on.
But I think this is a good game. Well, we know where I'm gonna go.
Saints and Vikings. I
Yeah,
think
Vikings. I think they found something last week.
the fact that
Josh Dobbs definitely helped.
the fact that they won with Josh Dobbs being thrown in, teaching them his cadence on the sideline, I think
Absolutely.
that's massive.
So the one argument to that is no one's seen him play as a Viking, so no one knew what to expect.
correct.
No one could. I know there was film on him, but no one could expect what. No one could prepare for him as a Viking. I think that's what really hurt them at the end of the day. They didn't know. Because to be fair, Dobbs did not have any idea what the playbook was.
Correct.
How the hell did you prepare for that?
And they still
For
won
the other side.
and look great doing
Right.
it.
So I
Offensively,
think it will
they
be a
still
good
look great
week.
doing it.
I think this will be. I think they'll still do. I think it'll be a good game.
This would also be a really good game to call a couple years ago.
Yes. Well.
No.
Specifically.
Specifically in the playoffs.
No, I don't
I
think
like
that.
what was that receiver? Stefan.
Oh, I don't know which one.
His brother cousin's
yeah.
like a good
What are you talking
quarterback.
about?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no, I had no idea.
Something about some sort of miracle.
I was like,
Something.
That's weird. I don't recall that
Miracle on
game at
Ice
all.
is-
I think that's what it was. I think it was. I think that's what it was.
yeah, no, Minneapolis Miracle. That's what it was.
No,
But
I
you
think-
decided
that's
to
right,
play
yeah.
limbo while on defense.
I don't.
Steps into it. Pass is caught.
So-
I'm going with the Vikings. They're hot. I'm
They
saying
are.
it again. They're hot right now. I think Josh Dobbs is playing terrific, and I think their defense can do enough to force you guys to go deep to Shaheed
See,
every single
That's
time.
why I'm picking. That's well, the other thing I'm saying. I'm picking the Saints because I think our defense will handle Dobbs.
The
I don't know
problem
if they will, because
is
he can improvise very well.
So
Yes,
what did
but our
they
defense-
won what 31-28
Correct. It was a close game. Their
Okay.
defense was
against
iffy.
Atlanta,
Yes.
Yes.
and Atlanta has not haven't had a good offense.
Correct, but they also had the Johnny Smith play, which
That's
was
right.
kind
That
of like
is
they
true.
had a few bigger plays
That's
in
right.
there, so
Joshua Dobbs had 3 fumbles.
that checks out.
So my big thing is, can the Vikings offense overcome the fact that Josh Dobbs is going to turn the ball over at least twice in this game?
I would, yeah.
And
But
I
how
don't.
many
The
times?
other thing is too is
Derek Carr's been doing not turning over.
Jetta's has the possibility to come back for this game.
Correct.
Don't know if he does.
I'm not too
So,
sure. That he
I
does.
something tells me
He very much
doesn't.
could,
So,
but I don't
um,
think he does.
Yeah, I don't.
They
think he's not
did
coming
an
back.
interview with the coach. He's not coming back this week.
Yeah, no.
They said he could.
But
This
they
is the
also,
first week he could, but
he also said Nick Mullins might play in their game last week. So
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
really trust the Vikings.
right,
coach.
take what coaches say.
He's not
I would
making
agree.
this
I like
decision.
more
I mean,
than
he-
likely he's probably not going to play.
he will. I would say this around. He will not play Jettis. This is the first week he's eligible. They will not play him this week.
because they don't.
And even
need
if
him.
they do, he's not going to be their deep
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be just. It's gonna be a.
He'll
It's
be
gonna be a
on
pitch
snap
count.
count.
I will
Yeah, I'll
say
take
real quick to your turnover. How many turnovers did Bajent have? And they were still in the game.
That's
I was
true.
like, so it's.
I take the Vikings. I think.
I was
they-
like, it's
I-
not just
it's gonna
crediting
be
the Saints.
close.
I'll be
I like
honest,
what Joshua
this-
Dobbs does.
I don't think this game will be particularly close because
No,
of,
you
I don't. I think with Dobbs against, although I think Dobbs is, I think it will be good for them. I think this week, Saints are going to know who their quarterback is. There's no
Yeah.
question. For the Falcons game, he had to come in He had to come in early, but
Very early, yes.
Falcons didn't prepare for Dobbs. I think that's
I think actually they probably did because they had more to go off of him than Jaron Hall.
what I will say is Dobbs.
fair.
They announced Dobbs was not starting very early
Correct,
on.
but you also don't have
So
you have Jaron Hall literally had not
right.
played.
So but you
until
still
the
gotta
back end
prepare
of-
for him, right?
Right.
I think this game. I think Saints will win this game. I don't think it'll be close.
I
think
Peter,
Saints-
you're not. You've blown out one team, and that team is 2-7 right now. Okay, they're in the playoff hunt. The other team is tanking for a dude
You're
who
right.
wants to go paint his nails
but
and watch
I
Friends.
don't.
All
I
right,
don't.
there's
I
two
don't
very
think
different teams at the
the
moment.
way Saints offense is offense are starting to look much
You guys
better.
only put 21 on the Bears.
You barely,
Okay, yeah, you understand.
Yes,
your
but we were
offense
able to
is
move
not-
the ball quite well.
Michael Thomas had 1 target.
Yeah,
And he
well, we
didn't
didn't need
catch
it that much. Well, we went to Olave and Shaheed a lot that game, and Olave looked very good that game. Taysom Hill was able to run it
I could
from
see
what
the
I've seen
Saints winning. I don't understand how you don't think this is going to be a close
because
game.
the Saints' offense is starting to look better, and I think their defense
It's
is gonna.
looking worse.
No, our
You
offense is starting to
barely
look
beat the
better.
Bears.
But we were able to move the ball quite well.
Yeah, but moving
It
the
got-
ball doesn't matter if you don't score.
But we haven't been able to move the ball well
Just
at
ask,
all.
but if
just
you're-
ask Rutgers. It's
But
they
here's
got
the thing,
down to
right?
The goal line every, like,
Early
almost
on in the
every
Saints
drive.
season, we weren't able to move the ball
I've
well
seen
most of our
you
drives.
guys
Now we're able to
right
move
now.
it. We still got to kind of fix the areas of midfields where we're struggling right now. But we were able to move it to midfield. We haven't been able to do that a lot this year.
Well, see, but here's the same thing.
And our
if-
defense is starting. I think our defense will hold down Dobbs. That's why I don't think. I think it's just more is based on our defense and our offense. That's why I don't think this game will be particularly close.
Your defense couldn't stop the second string Bears quarterback.
Again, who is starting to look. Okay, when they played Vikings, he looked good against them too, and he almost won that game for the Bears. You remember that game? Bears
Yes, I
almost
remember
won,
that
and he
game.
actually looked good. The backup
I'm
quarterback for the
surprised you
Bears.
watched a game that wasn't a Saints game.
So if you
Sorry.
think that the Bears and the Vikings went close, and you and the Bears went close, how are you going to blow
So
out
what I
the
will
Vikings?
say too is that score, the Saints Bear game, was a lot closer than the game actually was. The
All right,
game was
moving
actually
on.
not that
Bengals
close.
are beating the Texans.
I agree with that.
I do agree that the Bengals seem to have found something. As much as I love
They're
the
hot.
Actually,
Texans,
wasn't.
I was like, I
We
don't.
had 4 turnovers. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, as soon as we're just
No,
gonna
just keep going,
the
keep going.
rest of the Saints games.
Bengals won.
Yeah, no, I do. I think they found something. I was like, I love the Texans.
Oh, hey, hand me that because we know where this one's going.
Oh, that's true. We'll get Aaron's in there. No, what you
By the
got?
way, we should put A for Bears. There's no way he's picking the Panthers.
Oh, sure.
No. We'll do
wait,
that
it's
later.
Aaron,
You know you're right. But Panthers beat Texans, and he's not
which
happy
is
with
why
that.
he would pick the He
Uh-huh.
picked the Panther. He picked the Panthers last week.
That's true. He did.
I'm taking the Texans. I think after coming off of the performance that C.J. Stroud just had,
Yeah.
where
that's fair.
he made 2 rookie wide receivers look like all pros.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
like I agree. their defense scares me a little
The
bit.
way the Bengals are starting to play both sides.
Sure.
Burrow definitely found something. He's not hurt
figured something
anymore.
out.
Right.
Burrow,
I
Chase
Jamar
isn't looking
Chase
great right now, but
is
he didn't
hurt.
really get thrown
But
to. In
I
the
think
last
T.
game.
Higgins.
I think what
T. Higgins went
Higgins.
crazy, but
You
then
know-
again, it
but
was
I mean,
T.
if you
Higgins
think
against the Bills.
Think
So
about it. Like,
you know what
like,
Burrow found? The ability to move.
Yeah.
Burrow found the ability of a not injured calf. Is what he
Right,
found.
and I think that's what makes
The way
Burrow
that I
really
look
good.
at this, though, is like Jamar Chase has that injury that he came out of the Bills game with, his back injury. If he's not good to go, your next man up is
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd.
and Irv
T. Higgins
Smith.
is still really good though.
Right, but if you think about it this way, instead of the Texans having to use their best guy to cover Jamar Chase, they're now using their best guy to cover T. Higgins,
That's very
and then
fair.
your outlet is Tyler Boyd, who
Which
is
is
looked-
okay.
And
not
Mixon-
Joe Mixon.
And
Joe Mixon's starting to play a lot
Irv
better
Smith
too.
didn't look too bad.
Irv
last
Smith
week.
Irv Smith
has
looked
height on him. I think
Bills
still
are just
not the
bad
best
against
tight
tight
end in
ends.
this.
Correct.
The Bills are just bad against tight ends.
So are the Bucks.
Bucks are better.
But yeah, speaking of the Bucks, I agree with the. I understand the Texans pick, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
hate
see
it. I don't
too,
hate
just
it.
because of how
because
good they
someone
did.
likes to ramble, we're gonna kind of move on a little bit here.
Hey.
Right, you might as
Speaking
well
of the
just
Bucks-
put the blue P at the Titans because you know he's not picking the Bucks.
Hey, you don't know that.
I do know that.
No, you don't.
Anyone want to go first? Because I haven't really thought about this one now that I'm looking at it. I
Yeah.
thought I knew, and then I thought for a second. You know what? I'm gonna go with it.
This one I've been very like.
The Bucks are in
Yeah.
a bit of a slump. Will Levis, I think he looked all right. He's looking all right. I think they got a little unfortunate. Pittsburgh's defense again. They're winning games. So I'm going with the Titans. I don't feel good about it. Don't get me wrong. Granted, I wouldn't feel good if I picked the Bucks. So
I don't feel good about either of these.
Right.
Both are coming off a loss.
yeah,
Notably, I think the
Yes.
Bucks might be a little bit more mad about their loss.
correct. They were closer, but still like
Who they lose to again?
Texans
Houston.
Oh,
on a game-winning field goal or touchdown.
Touchdown.
Sorry,
Touchdown, and then they took the
As soon as I said that,
knee
so that's
on the
not
2
right.
point.
Yeah. Just an interesting choice. I get it, but
Makes
unique.
sense.
Unique. Peter, are you going with the home team? Gonna put a shot clock on you, bud.
I
Dom,
think
what
I'm
you- what you thinking?
Dom. What you saying?
I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm taking the Bucks. I
I'm
think
there
that
with you.
I think that Rashad White has figured something out, you know, and I mean they put up points.
Yeah. No, that's very fair.
I'm just gonna say the Titans defense allowed the Steelers offense to put up 20 points.
That's fair.
That is.
I mean that's all I really need to know.
Oh, but the Bucks D is actually decent.
The Bucks defense is good against the run.
C.J. Stroud
And-
just put
and
up
the
one of the
Titans-
best rookie performances ever.
That's
Yeah,
right. That is true.
record-breaking.
True.
Against the pass, I think the Bucks run defense is
Correct. Yeah.
premier,
Right.
and the Titans offense flows through Derrick Henry.
It
That
does.
is right. That's why now I'm kind of still leaning the Titans because with Will Levis, they
That's
they
why
can
I think Will
adjust
Levis-
to a
yeah.
pass game. Again, don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Wow. This one can literally go.
it's-
either
But
way.
yeah,
I'm going.
I
I'm
think-
going
I
Titans.
wouldn't be surprised if it comes
Yeah.
out of this.
And I'm
tie.
only going
Yeah.
Titans because of I think what Will offers to that offense to be able to throw the ball.
We need Will
consistent.
Levis.
Yeah.
With
don't,
D-Hop. I think that's. I don't
don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge Will Levis guy, but dang, he looked good.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
don't.
look bad.
I don't feel good doing any of
looked,
this.
He looked good.
I don't feel good picking either team.
Right. Speaking of a game you won't feel good about picking, maybe
For
Lions
different
and
reasons.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Completely different game. We went from like Saints level all the way up to Patriots level right here.
Okay.
We got Lions and Chargers. The Chargers coming off a pretty good win against a good Jets defense. The offense was flowing. They looked good, and their defense stepped up. I think they're in a bit of a roll. I just don't trust the Lions defense personally. I think they're good against like mid to struggling offenses. Like if the Chargers were still in their flunk,
Lions were a bye,
I'd
right?
go Lions. Yeah. But the Chargers, I think they're just like the Bengals. Maybe not quite to the extent. I think they're finding something.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Lions just because Monty's back. And I
Is he-
think
that's
I
fair.
think that their offense,
Is he
like I
really?
mean, yeah.
Oh.
And Jameer Gibbs is great. Don't get me wrong, he's great. The second Monty went out, they lost all steam in that offense because
Well, I will-
Monty is between the tackles, hard hitting.
What I
runner.
will say
I
is
like
with Monty,
Monty.
that gives Gibbs a little more freedom outside now.
Yeah, except they don't get him the ball.
No, but I think that gives you a little more free because now Gibbs doesn't have to run through the gap. You have Monty for that.
Gibbs still looked all right in the gap.
And Monty's going to have 4 touches for 4 touchdowns.
No, he's going to have 32 touches.
32 touches for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Jameer Gibbs is going to have 7.
7 touchdowns, 12 yards, still more than George Pickens. Peter, what you got?
I gotta go Lions.
I had a feeling.
I just don't see. I don't know what.
I'm taking Chargers.
Hey,
I don't like
I mean,
this.
no, you should pick the Lions.
I'm taking
Dude,
Chargers.
perfect.
I don't like this game for
Double
the exact opposite reason why I don't like the Titans.
Dude,
much
perfect,
here.
and we moved colors.
Um,
I wasn't listening to that. So we're going to the Falcons and Cardinals. Taylor Heineke looked dang good. Clayton Tune sucks, but he's not playing. Kyler Murray, first week back, they're not winning.
So Kyler is playing that game.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
They do-
For a
they,
fact, he is playing that game.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going Falcons. I don't think Murray back 1 week is going
Well,
to be
and
enough.
Modern Warfare 3 is getting.
Oh, I think it's coming out this week
Right.
too.
Yeah.
So-
So it's,
Although, does he do good on double XP? Is that what I saw?
No, he doesn't.
no,
he
he's
lost.
the
Oh.
first. Yeah, because
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're definitely
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons.
There's
as
no
well.
way they're gonna win on.
There is a way,
I
because
mean,
Kyler
he's not
Murray
going to
is
have to take
still
too long to play that game.
Kyler Murray
2
is
hours
Kyler
of
Murray.
story mode.
right.
Is it really only
number
2
one,
hours?
number one overall pick for a reason.
Yeah, you got Falcons.
I was like, it's just the Falcons look
Bad.
very good against Minnesota. Probably should have won that game, but again, Joshua Dobbs is a special man.
Stud.
Giants and Cowboys, I don't believe
Yeah,
we
there
have
should
to
not
waste
be a
too much
question
time
on this one.
Giants.
Also, Aaron's not here, so I can feel confident saying that.
Peter just called the Giants, so
Yeah.
you can put
Giants!
That's
Yeah,
No, it's
I'm
Cowboys.
I'm trying to make him shut up.
It
alright?
is Cowboys.
So, we're going.
Dom. You're
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
Come on.
the Giants might be one of the few teams worse.
Cowboys
than the Patriots this
actually
year.
played really well. They
Right.
honestly probably deserved to. I would make an argument they deserved to beat the Eagles last week.
Well, they didn't.
I know, so-
They
get the
played
win.
better than the Eagles. And still
No,
lost.
so I would pick the Cowboys for this game.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
I think they played better than the Eagles and lost.
I do too.
You think Cowboys did better than the Eagles?
I
in
think
that
they
game?
played better.
And they
because
still lost?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
in other words, Arizona's better than USC?
That's not what we're talking
Okay,
about.
moving
use
on.
the
Seahawks and
trans-
commies.
No.
As much as I love the commies, and I'm not a huge fan of the Seahawks personally. Don't
Me either.
dislike them, but not the biggest fan. I give their offense is too good, despite Gino looking a little shakier. And then Leonard Williams has been a big impact for him.
Yeah.
He was massive against the Ravens when they got their butts kicked. I think they bounced back. I think they beat the commies, and the home field advantage there is massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not one to
Yep.
speak on home field too much because
Yeah.
I believe by most people it is properly rated. But Seahawks got a special one.
I'm checking something.
Peter?
Put a big schmeater.
Big old Peter, what you got?
I really want to pick Sam Howell
Big
for this
schmeater,
one.
Peter.
Me too.
I really want to go
Their
against
defense
Seahawks
is
because
also
of
taking a
last.
hit this week, though. So I mean,
Yeah.
Commies, the
What do you feel? How do you feel about the commies D?
it's not. It's just there.
Commies D is not good.
It's not bad. It's not good. Not bad. What I see from Seahawks, I did have not liked against Ravens. They looked really poor. I just don't think that happens again. I think,
no.
and against a good defense,
The
they
Ravens are
actually they beat the Browns. And
I
Lots
just
of the
I just
Ravens.
want to point out the fact
Yes.
that Geno Smith had 110 passing yards and just one touchdown against the Giants.
Ooh. But they won though, right?
He did, but it was
they
only
did, but
110
it was the
yards.
Giants. Well, you don't really have to do much to beat the Giants.
Right.
though.
I was like, that's what I was saying. It's like, how
I'll
much did
go-
Kenneth Walker put
Like,
up?
notably, it's not like the best game ever, but
I
at the
really-
same time.
Mac
I
Jones looks better than that.
I really want to pick the Commies here really bad.
I know you do.
I just can't.
I know you can't.
All right, Dom.
It's all up to you.
I mean, yeah, I think the Seahawks win. I think it's going to be a lot closer
It's gonna be
I
really
do think
close.
because
I feel
because
like
I,
it
I
will
will
be
say
close.
I mean Sam Howell's going to get hit 15 times this game,
yes.
Yes.
and you've got Devin Witherspoon in your corner, and so that locks down McLaurin. Yeah,
Yeah. No,
I don't know if it locks him down. It'll keep him quiet for a little
McLaurin
bit.
sucks.
I don't think he's that
I like
bad.
McLaurin,
I like
but
Scary.
he's a little iffy.
I like Scary
It's-
Terry.
He'll put up his weeks and it's like, yes, he is a top 10 wide receiver. Then you put up, he's like, no, he's not even a top 32 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I understand it. I went into this week wanting to pick the commies, but against the Seahawks, I just don't see it. They do pretty well. Their defense performs against these
These kind of-
types of
yeah.
offenses. So go
Are
ahead
the
and give me the
Seahawks on a
Seahawks.
streak of any form?
No,
No,
they just
they just
lost.
They're not
They just
losing.
lost. And they got their ass whooped.
Yeah. All right.
Commies
So,
only break streaks. That's all they
so
can do.
Jets and Raiders. I think this.
is a shithole.
Uh,
This one's interesting.
It's not as bad as
No, we have
I
Virginia.
just feel like that is going to put up more points than this.
Oh,
is.
100% it will.
Well, yeah,
because the
'cause-
Jets defense is scary according to our D analyst.
Yep.
I do in fact have the Jets on this.
Honestly, I could see the Raiders winning this game.
Me too.
Raiders
They played with a little bit of a different energy.
Raiders look like a
Against
different
the
team.
Giants.
I know it's against the Giants, but
Sure.
the way they're acting, the way the way there's the whole entire thing feels with the Raiders, the whole atmosphere just feels different right now.
We got addition by subtraction, getting rid of Josh McDaniels. So
Yeah.
that helps.
I think that really helps them. But Jets D is still scary.
Oh yeah, for color. Forgot about that.
Taking the Raiders.
Taking the
I
Raiders.
respect
I think Squeaky Wheel gets the grease this week. I think Devontae Adams is going to have a huge game. I mean, Eckler ran all over the Jets.
Correct.
He did that.
Josh Jacobs is on par with Eckler in my mind. I think
Yeah,
he's a great
they're
running back.
they
They
play
are, but-
differently. As like their running style, like Eckler's much more out and,
That's
and
true.
shifty,
That
whereas
is true.
Jacobs a little bit, not necessarily the most physical
That is
runner.
true. I just don't think that the Jets' offense is going to put up enough.
See, I think
Why-
the only way Raiders win this game is by running through the Jets. Because I think Sauce will keep Adams quiet.
Right, that's
Jacoby
what I was going to
Myers.
say. Jacoby Myers, I think, is more likely to have a
Yeah.
better game
Which
just
is awesome
because.
I just traded for him.
Because Devontae will
Yeah.
have everybody
right,
on
because
him.
Devontae,
Yeah.
like he'll play in the slot, but whenever he's on the outside, that's
Sauce.
Sauce Gardner. That's DJ Reed, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Who are pretty dang good. They did very well against Quentin Johnson. Granted, it's Quentin Johnson, not Devontae Adams,
And they did
but
well
their
against
specialty is the outside.
They did well against Keenan too.
So, right, but whenever he went inside,
Yeah,
he
sorry.
would tear him apart. So again, Devontae Adams doing the same thing. Put him inside, then they'll tear whoever the slot cornerback is. But I think for the most part, if they keep it simple,
Yeah.
that'll be Jacoby Myers. To that point, I was like, but Jacoby Myers can win the games. I think he is up there in terms of like the top 30. Like he could be a wide receiver one on a lot of teams.
I also wouldn't be surprised
bias.
if Jets put Sauce on Adams everywhere he goes.
I
I wouldn't be.
they will.
I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be
They
shocked.
didn't do it to Keenan Allen. I don't think they're gonna.
No,
do
but I
it
think
to
Adams. The type of receiver Adams can be.
this year. I don't know.
That's
Broncos
fair.
and Bills. I get they suck now, but they don't suck.
They were scared this week.
They did. Yeah,
they had to go
did-
back to Bengals Field.
They didn't want anybody. They didn't want any.
DeMar touched the field and then ran away really
I
fast.
mean, I don't care. No one's watching this, but they don't want anybody to die.
Literally.
All right? It's like
Again.
Hang on.
so,
Again.
Yeah.
That's the
completely
worst
agree.
part about that statement. Again.
No, I think they
they're playing the
honestly.
Broncos.
I think they dismantle the Broncos. I think
Absolutely.
they say, "Oh yeah, no, we're still a good team. We beat the Broncos,
Yeah, I feel
who
like
beat
that.
the Chiefs, and
I-
that means they're good."
I'm taking the Bills. I have just a weird feeling. Broncos have been looking good. Surprisingly, I look at the
Broncos.
hurting that they put on Kansas City.
Correct. Oh, I saw.
Fair,
I
yeah.
saw it in person.
Which is supposedly
He
the
was there.
best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Broncos
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
will lose.
No, you said
No,
You said
Bills,
Broncos.
Bills will win.
Get back to the
All right,
the little piece.
Little
Bills will win.
Honestly, I
represent
think
the
Aaron
Schmieder.
would pick Broncos on this though.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's
I
honestly-
think just being at that game, it felt much more due to the fact that they were playing Kansas City. They had lost 16 straight. They were
It's true.
in the snow, 20
That's
degrees. Mahomes was sick. Was in Texas 2 days before. It felt much more consequential of that game.
Yeah.
That the Broncos look good again, and then coming off of, I think had this game been right after, I think maybe,
Yeah.
but coming off the bye, I think that one, like they're doing good, and then you gotta stop.
I think also
and then
that
you gotta,
the fact that they were away too.
yeah. So you gotta pick it
Yeah,
back
they're
up
not
again.
home this time.
Yeah, I think that has to
Home
be.
environment's a little iffy.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
gonna call you out on that, Broncos. It was a little
I think Broncos being
quite bad, but it
away.
was a little shaky.
I think
Well, I
it would
mean,
have been a
if
lot
the
harder for them
Broncos
to
were
win that
winning-
game if they were at
Yeah.
Arrowhead.
I think it's.
not even close.
No way they won.
I don't think this is about how Broncos being at home. I think it's the fact that they're away. Right? This is about how
Yeah.
good their stadium home is. It's just the fact that they have to go away right now.
Yeah, no, I think the Bills need to prove something
I mean, if the
fast.
Bills
Similar to the
play-
49ers,
Yeah.
except for they're playing an actual competent team, not John
The
Elway's
Broncos.
byproducts.
Bills.
Bronco country.
Like I say about
Alright.
Niners
Alright.
having to win, Bills have to
Yeah.
win this game.
Also, I never want to see Lucas's chain again. Anyways, if
That's
y'all
true.
enjoyed, please do like, subscribe. Something tells me Dom's 100% will not be the same after this week, but who knows? I'm
Never know,
I'm
man.
retarded because no
You
one's
get
watching this late.
everything right, and that would be
Peace.
insane.